Very good afternoon and many thanks for joining us on the news at 1 on the Unity station NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Salwa Khalil Ibrahim. Now, a total lockdown is the most effective way to stop the spread of COVID-19, says the President, Nigerian Medical Association, Dr. Francis Fadoile, at a press briefing held to advocate for better approach at all levels on efforts to contain and manage coronavirus disease in the country. Hakimat Aliyu brings us details.
As Nigeria continues to record more cases of COVID-19, the Nigerian Medical Association, as a professional body in the health sector, calls on the federal government to take uniform stand on modalities for effective measures to interrupt the chain of transmission.
Once we get those who have been infected and they are treated, that is the end of that scourge. The moment you still allow this movement, it is most likely that one way or the other, that infection, once you get to that community, it will spread and will keep going around the same circle over and over. So what we need is a fair
health workers to ensure strict adherence to infection prevention to protect themselves, as well as educate the public on the advantage of social distancing and proper use of gloves and face masks.
There are so many things that we have seen in the street. One, you start seeing a lot of people putting hand gloves and walking around. That one is even worse. It is wrong for anybody to think that hand gloves protects. You want to do an event and you're at high risk at that event, you put the hand gloves. After finishing the hand glove, you remove it there and you wash your hand with soap and water. If you are going within the street, you don't need to put hand guard. It is more harm than good. We must be able to also say that face mask is a special gadget that must be used as it should be. Some people put face mask from morning to evening, and when you are sitting there, when they want to talk, they use their hand to touch it, bring it down.
Appreciating efforts so far, NMA also advises states, including the Federal Capital Territory, to mobilize healthcare volunteers to assist in
in the territory. FCT Minister Mohammed Musa Bello made this known during an inspection tour of the facility. Shuaibu Onozi Yakubu tells us more.
The 5-story building located at Idu district of the FCT is a new training facility that can be modified to suit the purposes of a treatment and isolation center as required by the health authorities.
As you can see, the most critical thing is that the
Secretary Health and Human Services Secretariat, Dr. Muhammad Kawu, says the 300-bed space facility is ideal for COVID-19 patients in the territory if the need arises.
Just an issue of conversion. You convert, if we have to convert it, we still have some treatment centers that are still available. But should in case we need more spaces, certainly this is going to be one of the ideal places that we can use.
Once the fund is available, and which I know the Honourable Minister will gladly, with the Presidency, release fund now. Even if it is tomorrow, we start working.
However, multiple health centers were being prepared across the territory in case of an escalation in the number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the FCT. Shuaibu Onozi Yakubu, NTA News.
And toward combating the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic, as well as provide basic health care to residents of the Federal Capital Territory, Dunamis International Gospel Center has donated medical equipment to Primary Health Care Center in Lugbe. The senior pastor, Paul Eneche, making the presentation, said it is the heart of God for humanity. Ifeanyi Izumba has details.
For the outbreak of even the equipment, we've been referring some of the cases because of lack of equipment.
Really, I'm so excited because I've never dreamed about something that will happen like this.
Janet Salisu and Hannah Onoja are some of the residents and staff of the Primary Healthcare Center in Lugbe who were overwhelmed with joy as the senior pastor of Dunamis International Gospel Center lists the donations made, which include 8 units of hospital bed and mattresses, ultrasound scanning machine, diagnostic set, infant weighing scale, 20 liters of, among others, emphasized that the church will not only continue to pray against the COVID-19 pandemic, but also assist government in whatever means to overcome it.
A major thrust of our ministry is reaching out to humankind in practical terms, in making the love of God known to people. Now, the need for that became multiplied in this season, where there is what you might call a very, very drastic humanitarian crisis.
Receiving the hospital equipment on behalf of FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliu, Acting Executive Secretary FCT Primary Healthcare Board Dr. Ndayo Ewot, stressed that the Dunamis International Center has made very important.
It's the climax of partnership, because lots of you have been saying primary health care is not for government alone, but let me say the health sector is not for government alone. So we need partnership, and particularly this is from faith-based organizations.
Once in a while, once in 3 years, anybody that is capable, that is well-to-do, like this Dunamis now that did this to us, we are happy. I think it will take us a long way.
The senior pastor Dunamis International Gospel Center, Eki Eneche, urged the Primary Healthcare Center to put the equipment to good use. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Izumba, NTA News.
And to curb the spread of COVID-19 pandemic, the FCT Transportation Secretariat has introduced new guidelines which will be enforced by the Directorate of Road Traffic Services in conjunction with other security agencies. Shoaibu Onuzi Yakubu tells us more.
The transportation guidelines are as follows. All transport operators should maintain high level of cleanliness. All parks should have alcohol-based sanitizers, running water for the use of passengers, and drivers should wear face masks while on transit, while the use of air conditioner in taxis and buses should be discouraged. Other measures, according to the Directorate of Road Traffic Services, Wadata Aliu Bodinga, is that all taxis shall henceforth convey only 3 passengers, 1 in the front seat and 2 persons at the back seat, as a measure.
That is what the FCT administration is doing to respond to the present emergency and to ensure that what we are actually implementing will go.
A very good idea that the federal government is coming up with this directive.
Best thing to do for us to just be indoor, because going out there you stand the risks. It's not written on the face, so you don't know who is carrying the virus around. So I think staying inside is just the best. Yeah.
Zaman gida da aka ce a ya cancanta saboda ba mu ne kadai da wannan abu ya faru da mu ba, duk duniya ne gaba daya.
Let's abide by the federal government's directive to remain at home. It will go a long way to help curtail the spread of the virus. May God save us all.
The metropolis, ever busy areas like Ademola Adetokunbo Wuse 2 witness skeletal activities with total compliance. Personal hygiene should be a normal practice irrespective of any disease. But with the COVID-19 pandemic, many individuals and organizations have heightened awareness on hygiene practices, especially water and the use of hand sanitizers, while others have taken to wearing face masks and hand gloves.
I'm very much concerned. Well, I'm made to understand that when we notice anyone that is coughing or sneezing, then we should help that person with a mask so as to protect those any other person sitting around such a person.
Coronavirus that everybody should be covering and wearing a hand glove, so I have to cover. to protect myself too.
We have been informed that this is the only way we can prevent it, irrespective of the virus has entered into the country.
It might, however, interest you to know what others think about these precautionary measures.
The Lord is my face mask and my hand glove. I live my life for God, and God will protect me.
The thing started from the colonial masters, and we should not allow them to colonize us through the sickness, this kind of sickness. That's why we must fight it.
What about protecting yourself and your family as well as your customers?
Oh, it's all the same now. We are working towards it.
With the COVID-19 pandemic and hygiene as a preventive measure, the public
stay without in the market to buy market. What will we eat if we don't come to market to buy something?
Many people are still not heeding to the precautionary measures, especially social distancing, to guide against contracting or spreading the virus.
Why are you not wearing the hand glove and face it? I will get it.
The health worker told us that if we can be leaking vitamin C, so at least we improve our immune.
So now because of this kind of sickness, now we no go enjoy ourselves for Nigeria again. You no go catch Nigeria people. This no go call Nigeria.
Medical experts say COVID-19 is real, and a pandemic like this knows no age, religion or social status, and as advised, wash your hands with soap under running water. Wear protective gears when in crowd or keep a distance, but most importantly, in time they say, saves 9. Salwa Kalal.
Now, weak immune system, low intelligence quotient, premature death are some of the factors weighed and hide in children.